their car. These are both their cars. This one and this guy. I don't know. Excuse me. Who are you? Who are you with? Okay, yeah. I heard it, and I thought my roof was ripping. I knew I heard something ripping off, and it was your truck. I can't even remember the thought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a halfway thought in my head, and it just didn't form. What time is it?
Almost 1. Is that your house?
Any units?
Not right here, no. I'm back there.
Roosevelt approval.
I wouldn't have heard that.
I didn't hear this. You guys smell like gas, do you?
Yeah, it's all over.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you transporting people through? We're trying to. We don't know who that. They're in houses right now doing structural assessments. That's the TR. Look at this.
This is your the fellow who won't leave our area here.
You guys need.
Just ERT to remove a new subject who won't leave.
Alright. Copy. PD to the PRT. But everybody's alive. That's the main thing. Everything else you're gonna replace. Yeah, for sure. Inconvenience. No point in doing anything right now. No, can't do much right now.
Can I get your first and last name, say it and spell it?
Carrie Hernandez, Carrie-Hernandez.
All right, Carrie, you said you were in the tornado. We're here in Naperville. Kind of take me through what happened.
Yeah. You know what? There really wasn't any rain at first, and it just kind of seemed a little weird. The pressure got weird in the house. All of a sudden, the rain started hitting. I had opened the back door just to kind of see because I could hear the siren, but it didn't. It sounded more than like just a siren. And I realized that it sounded like a train with it. So I hurried up and was shutting the door, The dog ran upstairs. I went to the front door, and I could barely close the front door because everything happened so fast. Probably within about 15 seconds. I ran upstairs to get my son to come down, and as I was getting up towards the top of the steps, the pressure got so high that my ears were killing me, and my eyes felt like they were starting to bulge. I hurried, popped the window, got my son downstairs, and as we were going down the stairs, we could feel the stairs and the floor just rumbling. We heard things hitting the house. We ran into the hallway, and probably within seconds later, it was done. But that was crazy.
So what was running through your mind when all this was going down?
Holy cow, we have to get somewhere in the hallway, or in the closet, just because we don't have a basement. And it hit home as to how fast it can happen. I always thought, how do people not know it's coming? Mm-hmm. And I can completely understand now how they know it's not coming, because there was no rain to a little bit of rain to insane rain to insane wind. I mean, I'd say from start to finish, even with that.
So when you came outside,
Crazy.
after everything was finished, kind of take me through what you saw, what was going on.
Everything from my yard some was in my one neighbor's yard. The other neighbor behind me, their backyard is a hot mess. And when I walked out past my neighbor's yard, I just saw huge old trees completely uprooted. And as I continued to go through my block, I wound up having somebody's basketball system in my yard. It's just tree after tree after tree. And then as I went through the back of the homes, I mean, there's just homes exposed, walls gone. The retention area, there's tree after tree after tree in there that doesn't belong there. A piece of someone's home is in there with their roof and wrapped in a tree. And it's crazy. I mean, you're trying to check on people to see if everybody's okay, but you're coming across one thing after the other, and it's nature at its finest. I mean, you really learn how powerful it is and how quick it really comes.
Can I get your first and last name, say it and spell it?
Brenda Portillo, BrendaPortillo.
All right, Brenda. You said you were driving through the storm. Kind of take me through what happened. What's going on?
My husband and I were leaving my brother's house. We drove out of the neighborhood, made it to 75th Street. It was only sprinkling at the time. As soon as we got to the first light on 75th, his phone got an alert about a tornado warning, and it was like a faucet of water just turned on us. Thankfully, he jumped in the driver's seat and got us back in, but every street in the neighborhood that we took to get to my brother's house was blocked with trees and debris, and it was insane. And the GPS stopped working. We didn't know our way around the neighborhood, and we were just blocked by trees everywhere. It was insane.
Now, there was a tornado that was supposedly ran through the area. Kind of take me through. Did you feel that? What was the wind like?
I mean, honestly, it was so much water that you were like, it was a car wash, basically. Like, I couldn't see more than 2 feet in front of me. Every time we came up to a tree dangling, we didn't see it until it was right there because there was so much rain coming down. Literally, I couldn't even make out what the debris was on the ground, but it was everywhere.
Last name and your position with Naperville?
Mark Pucknitis, P as in Paul, UK, NAI, T as in Tom, IS as in Sam, and I'm the fire chief for the city of Naperville.
And now, can you tell me a little bit about what we had happen here, approximately when, and whatever details you can really share with us at this time?
Sure. At about 11 p.m. this evening, we were called out to the scene for heavy winds in the neighborhood for a rotation of a tornado that came through our city. Not sure about where it touched down or even if it did, but there was rotation that caused heavy winds in excess of 50 miles an hour that caused tree limbs and other structural damage to occur in this far east side of Naperville, in the Ranch View community of Naperville. When we arrived at the scene, we found a tremendous amount of damage to trees and windows that were broken. We immediately went into a search mode to find out what the injuries were with residents in this area. from what we have right now, we have about 6 people that suffered minor injuries. 4 of those were transported to the hospital, and no structure fires in the area. There have been gas breaches and leaks that we are working on containing at this time. And right now we're continuing that search in the area to make sure that there isn't any other situations where people are trapped or in need of further assistance. We're at a second alarm ambulance box right now, and we're at a general alarm fire incident response.
Now, is there anything you can tell me about any companies making active rescues? Were any of those that were injured part of those rescues?
To my knowledge, at this point, we have not had to make any extrications or any type of special rescues. It seems like the people that were injured were all either in the homes or just outside of the homes that had minor injuries to their bodies. I'm not sure how they occurred at this time.
And do you have anything on extent of number of buildings that have been collapsed, or any part of the damages on numbers for that?
No collapses to buildings that we're aware of. Things like broken windows and fences that came down, and wooden structures, and damage to roofs and doors and things like that.
And do you know if there's any fatalities at this time?
No fatalities to my knowledge that have been communicated to me.
And you said your next update will be at approximately 1:30?
At about 1:30 we'll do another general media summary.
And where will that be located?
Right here.
Right here? Spectacular.
Agent 7, reassigned to comic book. Great. Agent 7, you're going to be comic book search group. Yeah, we're available from the 8th.
His phone got an alert about a tornado warning, and it was like a faucet of water just turned on our house. Thankfully, we jumped in the driver's seat and got it back in, but every street in the neighborhood that we took to get to my brother's house was blocked with trees and debris, and it was insane. We informed the GPS.
Never block an emergency vehicle, 101. Go for it.
Okay, we're here at the scene of the rotation of a tornado that possibly touched down on the east side of Naperville. And right now we have 5 patients that were transported with minor injuries to a local hospital, and about a dozen homes that were damaged from debris and windows and part of their structures that were damaged by the wind. We're continuing to assess the area to make sure that there isn't anybody else trapped. And we have our technical rescue team on the scene here. We have an ambulance level 2 box alarm, and no structure fires to the area, which is great news. And we'll continue to be on the scene here to clear debris. We're working with our emergency management agency, our Naperville Police Department, and we've opened up our emergency operations center. We're coordinating with other resources, and we have our utility companies that have controlled the gas leaks that breaches that we saw early on in the incident. And right now things seem to be very much under control. We have an area at Ranchview Elementary School where we are housing people that are displaced, and we'll continue to have that open for other people that we see, and we're going to be utilizing the Red Cross to assist us with that operation as well.
And about how many people would you say, Chief, have been displaced because of this incident?
You know, it's hard to say. There's been about a dozen homes that were severely affected. I would say right now there's about 20 people that are at that school, and there may be more as the evening draws on, but we certainly have the resources right now to handle that. And again, the Red Cross is going to come in to help us to relocate those people as needed.
And when you clear a house and have finished clearing that house and find nobody or find an injured person and have removed them, assessed them, either gotten a refusal and transported them, do you hope to find somebody at that residency then and verify that all the occupants are out and accounted for? Yes. And has that been done at all the homes that have been searched through already?
Yeah, that's what we do. We go through every house and we verify the occupants, that everybody is accounted for. We have an accountability officer on the scene that is working with our command post and our emergency operations center to make sure that every occupant in every home is accounted for the best that we can. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the middle of the night here, and we're doing our best to make sure that, of course, any threat to life is handled first, and any situations with the structures are handled with the resources that we have, and to make sure that there are no utilities that are being breached that could further escalate the incident that we have right now.
And do you know about how many of those utilities and gas leaks that you guys have confirmed? Is there a lot of them?
We had 2 natural gas leaks that were contained early on, and you could actually smell the gas in the area. We don't have any that we know of right now, but we're still utilizing the gas utility company to go around and make sure that there are not any other breaches.
Thanks, Chief.